Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Since it's 9 o'clock and we have a quorum, we're going to start our meeting. And the first business of order is the Pledge of Allegiance. Amy, would you lead us in that? Abby, I'm sorry, Abby.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sorry, I temporarily forgot her last name, and it's funny because I know the name Didina, and they're active out in Hampshire, Illinois. Roll call.
There is. Here.
Gillum. Here. Kane.
Here.
Hochschild.
Here.
Ismail.
Here.
Kazar.
Here.
Leonard. Lewis.
Here.
Martin.
Here.
Molina. Pollock.
Here.
Sheffield.
Here.
Silva. Smith.
Here.
Derek. Warnecki.
Here.
The next item is the public comment. We have one person signed up to speak, Linda Schramm. You have 3 minutes, young lady,
Well, thank you for calling me young.
and then we'll pull the trap door and you'll fall down in the basement.
Is that what you want? I was just wondering if the Illinois Department of Natural Resources is still actively working with the Forest Preserve to get the clearances on the deed for Marehead Springs?
We don't have an update at this time.
You don't have an update? So are they still working with them, or?
I don't have an update, but we can talk about this after the meeting if you like.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Wow, under the 3-minute rule. This is going to be a good day, John. See? We have the next thing is approval of the minutes for February 10th, 2015. Mr. Kajarik moves. Mr. Heyman seconds. Is there any discussion or additions? We have to voice vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. It's carried. The next thing we have the bills, the presentation approval of the bills for February 2014. Okay, Mr. Hochschild moves. I tried to look at Ron Ford, but Ron Ford seconds. Now we have to have a roll call vote unless there's any question about the bills or additions. Roll call vote.
Allen. Aye. Auger.
Yes.
Ford. Yes. Ross.
Yes.
Gillum.
Yes.
Heyman.
Yes.
Hochschild. Yes. Ismail. Yes. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis. Yes. Martin.
Yes.
Molina. Yes. Pollock. Yes. Sheffield.
Yes.
Smith. Yes. Warnecki.
Yes.
Silva, yes. Astor, yes.
Burrow, yes. Look at this. They're all coming in. It is approved. The next item on the agenda is the bids. Forest Preserve R15032362 resolution accepting a bid for prairie restoration seed for the Freeman Kane Forest Preserve. Becky Gillum moves it. Phil Lewis seconds. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, ready to vote? Say roll call vote.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Guerrero. Yes. Castro. Yes. Ford. Yes. Ross.
Yes.
Gillum.
Yes.
Heyman. Yes. Hochschild.
Yes.
Ismail. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis. Yes. Martin.
Yes.
Molina. Yes. Pollock. Yes. Sheffield.
Yes.
Silva. Yes. Smith.
Yes.
Warnecki.
Yes.
It passes. See, on a yearly basis, we buy special seeds to reseed the new forest preserves, and it's a pretty special deal because they're an exotic mix. You can't buy that at Menards, which means it costs a lot more. Under grants, Forest Preserve 15-3-2363, resolution authorizing the district to apply for grant assistance for the Great Western Trail. Do you want to do? We can do all of them. Can we
No,
do?
you have to do them individually.
We're going to do them separately because we like making her. Mr. Lewis moves it. Mr. Fraz seconds. Is there discussion?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes?
Monica, are these grants in limbo based on the actions of the governor?
It depends on the actual grant. Our understanding is that the program is still moving forward and that the application deadline is still set for later this month. So we're moving forward to get our application in on schedule.
Do we have that appointment? DNR? We're going to talk to the DNR, the head of the DNR later this month, so we'll know more.
Mr. Chairman,
Sir?
just like to make a comment on this about the Forest Preserve's actions here. This is one of the initial steps in allowing the interconnectability and walkability, bikeability for the City of St. Charles and residents west and east, as this links the Great Western Trail to a projected walking and biking trail through the City of St. Charles along the abandoned railroad track there. And so it's a very good initial step to get the momentum going to cause that to happen. So very pleased that we're moving forward. And I don't know if John wants to say anything. Okay.
Ready to vote? Roll call?
Allen.
Aye.
Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Yes. Castro.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Franz. Yes. Gillum. Yes. Hayman.
Yes.
Oshite.
Yes.
Ismail. Yes. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard. Yes. Lewis.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina. Yes. Pollock. Sheffler. Silva. Yes. Smith.
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
It passes. The next item is Forest Preserve 1503-2364, resolution authorizing the district to apply for recreational trails grant for the Little Woods Forest Preserve. Would somebody like to move that? Mr. Hoshite moves. Mr. Ishmael seconds. Is there discussion? This is one of our newer forest preserves. It's down on Route 25 by, close to Wayne, and it's not open yet, so we have a lot of work to do on it to make it ready for the public. Ready to vote?
Yep.
Yes.
Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Yes. Castro. Yes. Ford. Yes. Franz. Yes. Gillum.
Yes.
Hayman.
Yes.
Oshite. Yes. Ismail. Yes. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Molina. Pollock. Sheffler.
Yes.
Silva. Smith.
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
Passes, thank you. The next one is Forest Preserve Resolution 1503-2365, resolution authorizing the district to apply for grants from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources Wildlife Preservation Fund for land management in the Fox River Forested Nature Preserve. Mr. Hayman moves, Mr. Sheffler seconds. Is there discussion on this one? Okay, ready to vote?
Allen. Aye. Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Yes. Castro.
Yes.
Devon.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Franz.
Yes.
Gillum.
Yes.
Hayman. Yes. Oshite. Yes. Ismail. Yes. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard. Yes. Lewis.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina. Pollock. Sheffler. Yes. Silva. Smith.
Yes.
Winnicke.
Yes.
Okay, now we're moving to the, it passes, intergovernmental agreements. These are agreements that we have with other units of government to try and work together to make better places for you. I told these young people we're making these parks for them, the recreation trails. It's for the future. Forest Preserve 1503-2366, resolution establishing the intent of the Forest Preserve District of Kane County to enter an intergovernmental agreement with the Illinois Department of Transportation, referred to as IDOT, for improvements at Miller Road and Route 31. Maggie Auger moves, Joe Hayman seconds. Is there discussion? Okay, ready to vote?
Allen. Aye. Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Yes. Castro.
Yes.
Devon.
Yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Franz. Yes. Gillum.
Yes.
Hayman.
Yes.
Oshite.
Yes.
Ismail. Yes. Kazar.
Yes.
Leonard. Yes. Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Yes. Molina. Yes. Pollock. Sheffler.
Yes.
Silva. Yes. Smith. Yes. Winnicke.
Yes.
Passes, thank you. The next one is Forest Reserve Resolution 1503-2367, resolution authorizing the execution of an intergovernmental agreement with the Village of Lily Lake for drainage, construction, and maintenance within the Hazelwood subdivision. Moved by Barb Winnicki, seconded by Debbie Allen. Is there any discussion on this? Barbara?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to thank Monica and staff for all the previous work they've done. We've had a lot of meetings over in Lily Lake. We've had meetings here. This has been a long, many-year project, and I just really appreciate all the help. Thank you.
Any other? Ready to vote? Okay.
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Castro. Demos.
Yes.
Ford. Yes. Rod.
Yes.
Gillum.
Yes.
Kane.
Yes.
Hochstein. Yes. Ismail. Yes. Cesar.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Yes. Molina. Yes. Howard. Yes. Sheffield.
Yes.
Silva. Smith. Yes. Winnicki.
Yes.
Passes, thank you. The next one is Forest Preserve Resolution 1503, 2368, resolution authorizing a tolling agreement between the Illinois Metropolitan Investment Fund, IMET, and the Forest Reserve District of Kane County. Mr. Shefflo moves that. Mrs. Auger second. Not Auger, Debbie. Debbie Allen seconds. Is there discussion? Seeing none, ready to vote?
Allen. Auger.
Yes.
Ferrero. Castro. Yes. Demos.
Yes.
Ford. Yes. Rod.
Yes.
Gillum. Yes. Hayman.
Yes.
Hochstein. Yes. Ismail. Yes. Cesar.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Lewis.
Yes.
Martin. Yes. Molina. Howard.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion passes. Thank you very much. We'll move to the next item, which is comments by the president. I'm pleased to see all you young people here today and encourage you to become involved in government any way you can in the future. I encouraged them to read newspapers last night, but that didn't go very far. It does help you to keep in, well, do they have coffee shop age yet, TR?
At coffee shop, they still work.
Oh, you could go to coffee shops and learn what goes on. We probably learn that in the hallways of the high schools you go to. But anyway, it's a good thing to become involved in government. I told you, we talked about how much money is spent, your parents' tax money for education, for the junior colleges and things like that. It would be good to be involved to make sure that it's done the right way. Same reason we're all here. And that's all, other than I'm glad to see you here. And remember, these forest preserves are for you and your families. Executive session, land, do we need that? No, with no executive session. When we're doing meetings, if we're doing things that don't get talked about in public until they're ready to be talked about, we have an executive session. We kick you all out. And then we talk. We talk a long time then. And then we come back in session and maybe we make a decision, but there's no executive session today. Do we want to place the department reports on file? Debbie Allen moves that. Maggie Auger seconds. What, you want to say something? I know, but
I would, Mr. President, if it's okay. I just want to say thanks to staff. These reports really let us feel like we're there. They are just a wonderful recounting of the work that staff is doing. We get all the credit, they do all the work. And it's an interesting thing that those of us who are not there day to day can see what our operations, how they are maintained, how they are made better. And it's fun to see that. So thanks for the good report writing.
all right, this is a voice vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, it carries. I want to thank Barb Winnicki and Debbie Allen for their help in getting this program ready. You wouldn't believe it, we had to go twist arms to get things really done at the end. Just,
The politicians.
yeah, these politicians, we had to twist arms to make sure we had enough people. And then we had more than enough, which is great.
Motion
There's a
adjourned.
motion to adjourn by Mr. Heyman. This is a long tradition. Seconded by T.R. Smith. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank you.